And up next, I would like to ask Gerhard van der Bijl, and accompanied by his partner Jossu from TCS.
Hey Rob. Hi.
You like that tune on it?
Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Yeah, I love it. Crowd is not responding well, but
No, but in a few minutes.
in a few minutes. Right. Gerhard, welcome. Driven by digital, data and technology, our way of shopping is constantly changing. E-commerce, m-commerce, and now replicate and scalable technology innovations. So how do you bring food and tech together in a practical sense?
Yeah, well, it's a beautiful question, and the answer is very simple, but the way implementing it is very delicate. Because what we are striving towards is that foodies love tech and techies love food. Now, how do you love food? By consuming it. So the approach is, how do you create basically consumable technology in your company? So if you create consumable technology in your company, you make it very small. You make it very closely, tightly connected to the business. And that's what we are continuously doing. So we have invested a lot in consumable tech by organizing tech around basically 3 simple elements. And that is business, product, and technology. And if you blend basically or merge or fuse, like Peter Hinsen is saying this morning in his keynote, if you fuse those 3 together, then you create a kind of spark, and that spark is about food and tech and how to accelerate.
Right. I love the analogy. However, at my household, there's only one person that cooks. How do you create so many cooks?
Well, that's a matter of educating, because I have to say I'm also not the best cook in my house, but I try it. So what we are doing, and I think that's also the beauty of building platforms, we have business platforms, we have data platforms, we have engineering platforms, but we have also created our so-called human platform. And the human platform is basically creating more cooks in the kitchen. So it's about opening up, saying, hi, I don't feel that comfortable in using that level of tech, or hey, I'm now put into a position to lead a kind of project or product, but I'm not so experienced. Then the human platform is available to speak up and to train and to educate. Look, the times are changing, so it's not about that one single cook in the room anymore. It's not about the smartest person, kid in the room. I think it's really about creating a platform, a human platform, where people speak up, show that they are maybe a bit uncertain, and that there are products available where you can train, learn, and improve. Yeah. So it's not about one cook, but building more cooks, absolutely.
And what is your dream KPI? How many cooks will you have as a percentage of the total population?
Well, I think it's very difficult to put it in a percentage, because the speed of change, like Rob was saying, is changing so fast. It's more like building capabilities, building very strong capabilities that are allowing us to keep up with the pace of the market.
Interesting concept, the human platform, right? So it reflects also a little by technical depth, human depth, organizational depth, partner depth. I don't know.
Well, I think that's a very good, good other analogy, so to speak, because I think also looking to everyone in the room, I think technical depth is a terminology that everybody knows. And in every certain project, it pops up, even to business stakeholders, like, yeah, this feature is difficult because we have to manage the technical depth. But we never talk about organizational depth or partner depth, indeed. We don't have it with TCS. But I think if you mention it that way, and you create basically a platform where you can discuss, then you can remove the organizational depth, or you can improve your partnership relation to prevent that you're trapped in a kind of partner depth situation. So yeah.
Great. So of course we got a visual to underline the story, but Jossu, in what way does Gerhard or Albert Heijn inspired you or TCS?
Yeah, I think the story at Albert Heijn is truly inspirational, both from as a partner as well as a consumer, right? Because if you do better and if he does well as a consumer, I benefit. So I have a selfish interest in doing well. As a partner, he has positively challenged us to make sure that we deliver services to align to the agenda that he's driving. So it has really helped us to step up and deliver to what his agenda and vision is. As a consumer, especially during the last 2 years, had this transformation agenda failed, this country would have seen a different kind of crisis. But all of us as citizens who lived in this country, we never even had a single weekend of problem. Last 2 years, Gerhard and team made sure that they transformed the way services are delivered and consumers are taken care of. So I really am truly inspired both as a partner and as well as a consumer.
And what does it mean in terms of, let's say, the conversations you have? Does it mean that you also trying to change within TCS with a?
No, so again, every customer has a different journey that they take for their organization because everybody has a different starting point. So we need to understand what the journey that Gerhard is trying to take for Albert Heijn, and we need to modify ourselves to suit that makes him successful. So that is a vision with which we work with.
Yeah, absolutely, and to echo on that specific point, the previous image was showing basically our operating model with the small pods organized in a network. So that means that every single pod in that network needs to interact, should contain a certain level of maturity when it comes to a capability. And certain of these pods are completely with TCS because we are also highly outsourced. So that means if you build on the human platform, or you make the human platform important, and a team is connecting to a pod living at TCS, and a TCS pod is not up to the standards, then the whole network is just failing or not performing like you would like to do. Yep. So that's the reason why gearing up, speeding up is applicable to us, to our teams, but also to the teams from our partners. And the human platform, like on the screen over there, is showing that the human platform is a concept to talk about, but it's really having products, platforms, facilities to learn and improve together with the partners.
Here this morning we heard culture described as the combination of collaboration, collective learning, clarity of roles, and morale. What have you experienced on those 4 in the 2 years?
Well, I joined the company in October 2019, and I think the first thing I did was visiting the TCS teams in India, just to grasp the atmosphere, meet with the leadership team. And that it was really about our partnership, understanding what is our horizon, where do we would like to travel towards, and then make our partnership relation very explicit by saying this is good enough and this is not fit for purpose. So I think I met Josu and the team as a partner who is really open to have the honest conversations. If it's good, then it's good. If there is room for improvement, then we discuss. And it is always brought down to very practical things. What can we do tomorrow instead of big kind of Valhalla dreams?
Great. So we got the technical debt, we got human debt, we got partner debt, we got so many debt. Golden bullet for the audience to avoid leadership debt.
How to avoid leadership debt?
Yep.
I think there is a recipe for that. And I think the recipe is low ego leadership.
Low ego leadership. So we got low code and now we got low ego.
And that is echoing, or that is emphasizing the importance that it's not about the smartest kid in the room. I think if you, as a leader, if you're continuously focused on what's happening around me, us, what's happening with our partners in the company, and you can really leave your ego at home, then you are always working with the teams, facilitating transparent conversations. And I think as a leader, if you can show low ego leadership style, then you prevent your leadership debt. Is that a golden bullet?
Great, great. I love it. Definitely. Thank you, Gerhard, and thank you, Josu.